Hello, it is October 8th, October 9th, 2016. I think it's like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or something. I have this breathe right strip on my nose because I'm sick. It's really annoying. I hate being sick, but I mean, that's why it's called being sick as opposed to being healthy, because, being healthy is the optimal condition while being sick is not optimal and not something that we strive to be. I'm pushing through it. I was thinking about my whole writing thing. I know that writing like a sentence in a day is better than writing nothing, but it does get frustrating when I have like a whole stretch. Like maybe I spend weeks or months at a time only writing one sentence a day, just like last minute and kind of not even thinking much about it. And it's like, am I really making progress? Sometimes I set goals for myself and then sometimes I completely ignore them and, spend all day watching YouTube like I just spent all today watching YouTube. And the only productive things that I did today were do my daily Duolingo thing. I have like a 280-day streak on Duolingo. And then on top of that, I wrote like a sentence or something. And I was expecting like there would be days where like all the words would flow in and then I'd get farther in my story, and then some days there'd be drought as there is usual, where there's dormant periods of time. But it seems a little too dormant to the point where it's like, am I actually doing anything by writing a sentence? Whatever. But when it's like a rarity, when I actually get into the story and actually like brainstorm, and I don't know, I don't feel like I'm going any farther, and sometimes like the sentence that I write, it feels like something that I've written before. Having a character who struggles with motivation and is very passive, not necessarily out of laziness, but kind of out of laziness, like more of out of defeatism. That's something that I want to write. So I've written so much already about like procrastination and about like being too scared to try things and like, just not doing anything, to the point where it's like when I open the story, I have to write my sentence for the day. That sentence is, my main character didn't do her homework. She had finals coming up soon and she did not want to write her 15-page papers, and she procrastinated and watched YouTube videos about people who like would fucking get their braces on. Have you guys ever done that before? Like, have you ever like been really close to finals and you're like, I know I should be working on all these papers that I'm doing, but I also can't stay away from my computer, and I'm watching like weird BuzzFeed videos or other weird videos about like pimple popping, or this is how braces are put on and this is how braces are taken off. And then after finals are over and you have like all of the papers and all of the tests in, you go back to all of the things that you were watching before and you think, what the hell, there's nothing on the internet that's interesting. Why was I on the internet for like 10 hours watching nothing? Like, I just put this breathe right strip on, by the way. Like, I always do this. Like, whenever I look my best, the lighting's great, I took a shower, my hair looks fierce and curly and just lovely. That's when I'm not motivated at all to film, because that's when I feel like I have to film. But then when it's like fucking nighttime and the lighting is weird, I guess that's when like the verbal diary comes out. I have ideas, like I wanted to talk about politics. I even want to talk about like book reviews, or talk about crime movies or things that are relevant to like Halloween time or like Hispanic Heritage Month. It's not happening. And these breathe right strips, I can never get them on straight. Like it always sticks up more on one side. It frustrates me so much. I want to go to bed, but then I'm like, ever since I got my smartphone, I've done this thing where I turn off my computer and I go to bed. I take my phone with me to bed, and then I use my phone in bed, and it's terrible. I hate everything. Sometimes I'll put my phone over here, and then I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll be like, oh, what time is it? Is it time to get up? And I'll be like, oh, let me get my phone so I can check the time. And then I'll check the time. I was like, oh, since this phone's already in my hand, I might as well use it. And then before I know it, like, it's actually time to wake up, and I'd spent like from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. on my phone. And smartphones are the devil. Like, I always was scared to get one because I knew that this would happen to me. I just need to not be on the internet. This breathe right strip isn't even helping me breathe. I don't. And those damn dogs. Oh my god. Last night, that dog was barking all night, and I think it's because it gets cold at night, and for some reason somebody decided, oh, I'm gonna buy dogs, but then I'm going to like make them sleep outside and piss off all my neighbors. It's like, if you're gonna buy fucking dogs, take care of your fucking dogs. Don't make them go outside when they clearly are too cold to be outside and they're barking and pissing off everybody in the neighborhood. Like, whose dogs are those? I think they stopped. I'm gonna stop, okay?